what's up, y'all? We back. We back live with it. So it's been a little minute. What's up with y'all, man? Back live with it, baby. We got a couple stories to talk about. Been a lot of shit going on, man. Whole lot going on for real. Let me get right real quick. What's up with y'all, man? Robbie TV, Shake Back. We back live with it. So we got Larry Hoover getting pardoned, you know what I mean? About time, you feel me? Like they was talking about freeing Larry Hoover 5-6 years ago. They was talking about freeing him during COVID. They should have been free Larry Hoover, man. Like, come on, man, this man did, yo, they said this man been locked up since 1970 something. That's 50 years, bro. This man did almost a half of a century. I mean, half of a motherfucking, half of a century, bro. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, half of a century is crazy. Like that's real wild for real. I can't even lie to you on the tip where as though, like, motherfuckers is really, like, speculating if they should let this man out. Like, yo, they should have been let his ass out, bro. It ain't no point why they shouldn't. You feel me? Like, yo, this man been, he probably was unjustly got sentenced, you feel what I'm saying? But I guess since, you know what I mean, they ain't, you know, this was the 1970s, you feel me? So they definitely was on some racist bullshit back then. You already know that. So they definitely ain't probably ain't, you know what I mean? I don't really know too much about his case or something like that, but come on, man, 50 years. Like it ain't no way you telling me that for 50 years they couldn't let this man out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, ain't no way, bruh. Like, yo, this man did 50 years in the joint, man. Let that man go, bro. This man, what, 80 something? You feel me? God damn. Like, yo, this man been locked up a long ass time, bruh. Let that man go home, be with his family, man. You feel me? Yeah, shit, his best years is behind him. You know what I mean? Shit. God damn, 80 years old. Shit, ain't really too much you can do at 80. You feel me? Like, god damn, yo. Shout out to man, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Trump did a lot of bullshit, and he still doing a lot of dumb shit that I don't agree with. You feel me? But now the NBA young boy, I'm NBA young boy cool, but I ain't. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't no big NBA young boy fan. I fuck with his music back then. You know what I mean? When I was in high school. You feel me? What's up, champ? Like, subscribe to the channel. Robbie TV, Shake Back Gang. Shake Back here. We back. Lunchtime talk, baby. Shout out to DC, man. I be in DC. When I go to DC, I don't go to the hood, though. Because I don't know nobody out DC. So I go to where all the parties be at. Like, U Street. DC be jumping, yo. I ain't gonna lie, bad. What the fuck? I think that was Holloway we went out DC last year. That shit did look like Harlem. You know what I mean? And back and paid in full. Now that shit was crazy, yo. It was so many fucking people, bro. DC gets down. I ain't gonna lie to you. They be partying their ass off in DC. I ain't gonna lie to you. DC, y'all parties. Ain't nothing. I mean, y'all parties. Stop that bitch. For real. Nah, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let me see. I think I got my phone with me. I know I should have my motherfucking hotspot. My hotspot been fucking up for real. That's really why I ain't been going live too. Hotspot been fucking up. But I'm about to switch my time up. So I think I'm gonna start going live later on during the day. Feel me? Yeah, man. Shout out to United States government, man, for making, you know what I mean? Well, really, that was Trump, because he wasn't in the United States government. See, I'll be out beating on my best friend from Park Heights. Already, champ. Yeah, shout out to Park Heights. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good looking, Brody. Go live. Go check out my other content. I got some other videos and shit, too. I do, like, travel videos and all that, too. Real shit. And if you got a channel, I subscribe to your channel, bro. You know what I mean? I show support to who support me. You feel me? But nah, though, on another tip, man, that's crazy, yo. They just trying to pardon Larry Hoover, man. Like, yo, this man been locked up for fucking... Yeah, you gotta have people that had... But I think he had it. He said he had, like, 6 life sentences or some shit like that. That's crazy. Like, yo, Larry Hoover, they really got that because Larry Hoover was a... You know, he was a... You know, he was a... He was a leader. You feel what I'm saying? He was like a black leader. So you already know, you know what the FBI said. And this was back, he got locked up back when the FBI and COINTELPRO was heavily in the black community. They ain't want to see the rise of no black messiah or nobody with black influence, period. You feel me? Like, if you had black influence and you was you know what I mean? You could sway people, move people, gang leader, but like how they did Tookie Williams. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they was bad. Like, they could have... Tookie Williams was begging them not to kill him. You feel what I'm saying? He just say, man, just give me life, bro. I take life. I ain't need tripping. You feel what I'm saying? But don't kill me. They still went on to execute that man, even though they got fucking was calling up the prison, all types of shit for Tookie Williams, man. They still executed that man. That goes to show you. They gonna execute you if they can't motherfucking they can't stop you. Or they're going to do like how they just did Larry Hoover and pardon you when you fucking damn near on your deathbed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying that Larry Hoover because I don't know, you know what I mean? But, I mean, 80 years old. I know Larry Hoover, he bout that. If he got locked up in the 70s, Larry Hoover, he old as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, man. Nigga probably, when he got locked up, he probably wasn't in no trees around his neighborhood. He probably go around his neighborhood. It's probably big ass tree. You know how long it take a tree to grow? Man, it probably a big ass trees, all types of shit they probably got. You know what I mean? They shit probably didn't change so much. He probably don't even recognize. He probably get on this shit, look at the internet, probably FaceTime out, man. He probably think he in the future. If that's how long you been away, bro. I'm 25. This nigga been in prison longer than I've been alive 2 times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, you feel me? And I mean, I know you do the crime, you do the time. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But come on, man. They done pardon niggas that had way less. I mean, that had just as much crimes as him, and you know what I mean? Probably maybe just as amount of time. And niggas done got pardoned. It's hot in this bitch. I'm telling my motherfucker. I ain't fuck that. It got hot. My bad, y'all. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Feel me? Lunchtime talk. We go live. I'm gonna start going live a little later on the day, probably around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I'm gonna stop going live in this car too. They start going live in the house. I just be going live because I'm on break right now. So I don't be doing shit, get an hour break. You know what I mean? Talk to the people. You feel me? We're going to look up some of this Larry Hoover stuff, bro. Because Larry Hoover, and then they say the nigga 1090 Jake try to put out some paperwork saying he not even no paperwork, it was a news article or some shit. You feel me? The internet wasn't even out back then. Now, come on, bro. Fuck, cell phones wasn't even out. You feel me? You got this white boy 1090 Jake trying to slander a black leader. You feel what I'm saying? Even though, you know, like Hoover probably was doing this shit. You know what I mean? But if they probably seen Black like Hoover, how he was transitioning from being a, you know what I mean, a street guy to, you know, getting the gangs together. And I think I seen something where they say he brought the gangs, he brought the, I'm not, you know what I mean, I'm not too gang savvy, but for what I heard, if I'm not mistaken, he brought the Chicago gangs together, you feel what I'm saying, and made it like one gang, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. But basically, he had, his arm was strong. He had power, you feel what I'm saying, to make moves and you know what I mean? Yeah, like, and the FBI seen that. They seen that shit, you know what I mean? You obviously when they did the Fred Hampton, you know what I mean? Probably before him out of Chicago. I mean, Fred Hampton was out of Chicago. You feel me? So, I think he was, like, he from that era where you still had the Black Panthers and the freedom fighters, and you know what I mean? We was still fighting for our, you know what I mean, justice. You feel me? You know, we still doing that today, but you know, black people, we done got a little lazy. Now you got a little comfortable shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, we was still fighting for our rights back then. You know what I mean? Like, so they was really coming down on the black community really, really hard back then. Real hard. You feel me? Like, bruh. Can't believe they just parting in this man, bro. Like, just parting this man. They said I got some I got some videos.
Respectfully to Governor Pritzker.
Then I heard, so now I heard he gotta get it pardoned by the governor because he got, it's a state, got state case.
Released, I think he would do more good than we could even imagine about that. This is a human being who has sit in those walls, changed his mind, his mentality, his focus, and he can come out here.
What's up, man? Like, subscribe to the channel.
I wasn't gonna post tonight. I was just trying to be out and enjoy my.
Let's just go ahead and
Talk
correct
about
the actual your claim to fame, the allegations of shooting Larry Hoover. What do you have to say about that?
Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
There's been proposal for me to sit down with Donald Trump. So I'm not gonna knock everybody down.
Hey, this is like Hoover's son right here.
Really giving up. They said he's never coming home, and
I'm sure y'all.
and they just say his name because they like everything that comes with saying his name that I love and support him. Like, I run into the issues where, and I try to tell people, but
Y'all see
people
that?
reach out to me to support what they trying to do as far as gang culture and behavior, and can you tell your father this, and my guys over here, and like, my father is fighting for his life.
Right.
You know, you still talk about Chief this and Chief that, and got pictures of pitchforks and 6-point stars, you know, as representing my father while he's fighting for his life. Right. You know,
This is son right here, Larry Hoover Jr.
His opportunities get thinner and thinner, right? Because you still, I'm saying that he's not controlling none of what you guys are doing, because if he was controlling what these guys in the street was doing, they would be doing growth and development. They would be helping fight some of the injustices in that community. They would be taking stake in their community. So I'm not going to knock everybody down, but there's people that have.
Gangster Disciple founder Larry Hoover apparently got popped back in 19.
Okay, the fuck you got
And
to say.
there's been proposal for me.
When you say Larry was a soldier, define it.
Well, he was actually a stone in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, there's some discrepancy there.
I know, but okay, I don't want to put nothing out there that I don't know exactly because I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But Larry was very highly respected.
Oh, that's for sure.
In the Stone
Without a doubt.
And Larry and Mickey was best friends.
And Larry and Jeff were communicating, and Jeff was trying to get Larry to be a part of it. Yeah,
Right.
that's the story.
That's the
Like, subscribe,
that is the story.
When you say Larry was a soldier, define
I'm
it.
going on YouTube real
Well, he
quick.
was.
Yeah, man, fuck 1090 Jake, bruh. Like, I mean, you know, everybody gotta do what they do. Don't disrespect Larry Hoover now, bro. Larry Hoover, like, come on now, my nigga. You feel me? Like, bro, Larry Hoover though, bro. Like, this man, a motherfucking, he just did a half of a century, bro. This nigga did 50 years in the pen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Nigga ain't watch his kids, watch his grandkids, none of that. This nigga grandkids probably my age. No, I'm lying. His grandkids is older than me. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, because I think his son, like, it's Larry Hoover's son, like, that in my mother's age. I think Larry Hoover's son is older than my mother, probably, and my father. Got to be in his 50s, probably. Larry Hoover's son probably daddy in his 60s. You feel me? So, yo, for niggas, you know what I mean, to disrespect Larry Hoover like that, bro. You feel me? Like, come on, yo. Yo, shit, the first nigga pop up. I typed in Larry Hoover's story. Yo, the first nigga pop up. Like, yo, come on, man. Come on, bro. Niggas gotta do better, bro. Niggas supposed to be in your ass. Like, yo, fuck is you doing? You ain't supposed to take that down, bro. You ain't supposed to be doing all that. You feel me? Like, yo, you ain't supposed to be putting that out on that man, bro. You feel me? Like, this man still fighting for his life. You feel me? I'm gonna watch the story real quick. You feel me? Like, this man fighting for his life, man. Come on now, he trying to get on, see his family, get the last little last days of his life. You feel what I'm saying? On the bricks, man. You know what I mean? Man been in this man been in jail longer than we've been alive, bro. Probably longer than some of our parents been alive.
This is the true
you know, you got young parents out here that's in their 40s and shit.
Who grew his organization to 30,000 members.
I'm not sure who this is, but this is Urban Magazine. Hopefully he don't copyright me.
Born on November 30th, 1950, in Jackson, Mississippi, Larry Hoover moved to Chicago, Illinois, with his family when he was 4 years old.
Y'all see that?
He was just 12 or 13 when he joined a local gang called the Supreme Gangsters. Hoover started out with smaller crimes like theft, but he eventually graduated to more violent offenses like shootings.
He's watching the story on him. Because I heard about Larry Hoover, but I never really, you know.
Natural leader, and he took control of the gang by the time he was 15. As the years went on, Hoover allied with a number of former rivals to form a super gang of about 1,000 members.
See? That's what I heard.
He also changed the name of his organization a few times. By the late 1960s, the Black Gangster Disciple Nation, better known as Gangster Disciples, was firmly set in stone. Though one of Hoover's allies, David Barksdale, was initially named the leader of the group, Barksdale was injured in a shooting in 1969. Since Barksdale was in no condition to lead, Hoover took control of the organization yet again. Before long, the Gangster Disciples controlled the drug trade on Chicago's South Side, and profits soared to over $1,000 per day. But Hoover's criminal activities and notoriety would soon catch up with him. In 1973, Hoover was sentenced to 150 to 200 years in prison, ordering the murder of a dealer named William Young. On the surface, it seemed as though Hoover's criminal career had come to an end, and that Barksdale would resume
subscribe to the channel, subscribe.
But by the next year, Barksdale had died from kidney failure related to the shooting, supposedly leaving the Gangster Disciples without a leader. Meanwhile, Larry Hoover was becoming ever more powerful behind bars. Sent to the maximum security Stateville Correctional Center in Crest Hill, Illinois, Larry Hoover made a name for himself there in a positive way. Not only did he offer protection to other inmates, but he also impressed the prison staff members by discouraging violence in the facility. Guards were relieved to see that the number of fights and uprisings had gone down, and they soon began to see Hoover as a positive influence on other prisoners. But when the guards' backs were turned, Hoover was recruiting many of these inmates to join his gang. Hoover also stayed in touch with many members of the gang who were still working on the outside. And he encouraged his followers to move up in the world however they could. According to the insiders, he even made education mandatory for all of his followers. Many people from the outside were just as impressed as the prison staff. They hoped that Hoover's good deeds would be enough to make him a free man, especially when he changed his group's name yet again. Claiming that prison was reforming him, Larry Hoover changed the name of the Gangster Disciples to Growth and Development. Instead of encouraging illegal activities, this new group would promote social causes. Growth and Development funded a voter registration organization and opened a music label that donated proceeds to needy children. Soon, Hoover was the leader of a very different enterprise. He ran a clothing line, organized peaceful protests to protect publicly funded programs, and even encouraged his members to run for office. Though Hoover remained behind bars, authorities eventually rewarded his reforms with a transfer to a minimum security prison in Vienna, Illinois.
From there, Hoover was able to meet privately with friends and family. He also wore luxurious clothing and jewelry and enjoyed much better food. But Hoover's public reform hid a growing criminal empire. As he applied for parole in the 1990s, Hoover was secretly running a massive drug empire that counted up to 30,000 members, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. The gangster disciples had clearly expanded.
Like, subscribe to the channel.
Soldiers in multiple states, especially in the Midwest and Southeast. At one point, the gang was selling over $100 million in drugs per year. In 1995, a massive raid on the gangster disciples led to the arrests of 22 members, including Larry Hoover. Carried out by over 250 federal, state, and local authorities, this raid was called Operation Headache. The raid took place at the end of a 5-year undercover investigation. Apparently, some authorities had become suspicious of Hoover's rehabilitation over time. So they decided to investigate, wiretapping Hoover in prison, seeking out potential informants, and searching offices that were linked to the organization. Ultimately, they said that gangster disciples had never really stopped operating as a criminal enterprise. After Hoover was indicted on drug conspiracy charges, he was relocated to a facility in Chicago for his trial. In 1997, he was found guilty of the charges and given 6 life sentences, in addition to the 200-year sentence that he was already serving for the murder he ordered back in the 1970s.
God damn.
Following the guilty verdict, Hoover was transferred to ADX Florence, a federal supermax prison in Colorado that houses some of the world's most notorious criminals, including
he set them
El
out
Chapo
with,
and the Unabomber. While many authorities praised this decision, not everyone was happy with it. Since Larry Hoover had tens of thousands of loyal followers by the time he was caught running the gang from prison, it's not surprising that many of them would like to see him get his freedom. But Hoover also counts many people as supporters who have never been part of the organization. Some ordinary citizens, especially in Chicago, see Hoover as an inspiration because of his promotion of community service and empowerment. His emphasis on education and his public discouragement of violence also touched many. Though Hoover's followers didn't always align with those values, Hoover's supporters still insist that his heart would...
Alright, we get it, Jojo. He sound like he outside anyway. Chad, man, y'all see that, man? They say they give that man 6 life sentences with the feds, and 200 years with the state. If you telling me that ain't burying a nigga under the jail, then I don't know what is. Like, god damn, he must think like who was immortal. Like, this motherfucker got 4 or 5 lives or something. Like, that shit crazy. That shit is crazy, bro. What's up, man? Let me get 3 wings and fries.
3 wings?
Yeah, and fries.
That's it?
Yeah. And a half and half too. Small.
Small?
Yeah.
10 cents.
And make sure I want the chicken fried crispy. Thank you.
It's your number, my friend.
How long?
2 minutes.
Yeah, yo. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, bro. I will say. I ain't gonna lie, man. You definitely gotta be happy that you're alive, man. That you, I mean, certain situations is just like, it's crazy. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. We just touched on Larry Hoover, man, and how Trump just pardoned him, and how the government tried to bury him under the fucking jail. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he should have been pardoned by now, bro. Yeah, he should have been pardoned by now. I ain't gonna lie, like, it'd be like, they probably really got him because they say he was running a criminal enterprise from prison. So they, you know what I mean, they gonna hit you over the head if you in jail still, you know what I mean, doing your thing. That was definitely overkill what they gave that man, bro. That was overkill. Overkill. So now we got the inmates. I ain't even hear what the nigga said. Let's watch what Joe said. From New Orleans jailbreak. Let's see what Joe said. I ain't even hear what he said. So yeah, that's crazy. They say 10 motherfuckers broke out of the jail. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Definitely was an inside play too. Somebody definitely helped with that one. You feel me? 10 motherfuckers. That's a whole lot. Usually I think about at the minimum about 4. Yeah, man, shit. That's usually about a 2-3 man mission. You feel me? Maybe with a CEO or something involved. I mean, help you get through the cracks. But man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Chad, man, free Light Hoover, man. Hopefully he can, you know what I mean, get a touch of some nice fresh air behind the wall you know what I mean, before he, you know. But yeah, so I hope that they can find something for him. That way he ain't gotta spend his last days behind the wall, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. So now we about to touch on the New Orleans jailbreak. A guy did an interview or something. Let's see what he say. Antonio Massey. Let's see what Joe said. I ain't even watch it. I ain't even really hear too much about this jail escape like that for real.
With $0 through a new method called Airbnb co-listing. You don't have to rent.
This girl right here.
17 days after 10 men scaled a jailhouse fence to freedom at the Orleans Justice Center, Antoine Massey, one of 2 men still on the run, pleads his case in social media videos. Good evening, I'm Meg Gatto.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. A law enforcement source tells Fox 8 investigators believe it is Massey in the videos and that they are actively looking into them.
Like, subscribe to the channel.
More on Massey's message.
Lauren, Meg, Antoine Massey pleads his case on social media, calling on President Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and multiple rappers for help as he maintains his innocence. Now, Massey claims the domestic abuse battery case he was booked with was filed by a jealous girlfriend. Massey calls the state of Louisiana corrupt for keeping him incarcerated and presents paperwork and his video that he says supports his innocence.
I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people, and not just me.
Now, Massey says he was facing life in prison and claims he left the jail because he was treated unfairly by the legal system. He also contests that he ever threatened a jail maintenance worker who was arrested in connection with the escape.
If you try to paint a picture of me as this big old bad guy who I threatened Sterling, the maintenance man, how did I threaten you, bro? You can't even come around me without a deputy being on the tip.
And we'll have more on these videos coming up in our newscasts at 9 and 10.
The full video right here.
What I'm going to talk about is for us why I was in Orleans Parish Jail.
Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
I was in custody for almost 8 months. Right? 6 months, something like that. I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Okay. But before I was in Orleans Parish, I was in a jail called St. Tammany Detention Center. Alright? St. Tammany Jail here, man. St. Tammany Parish. There's 2 different parishes, Orleans and St. Tammany. Okay? Today, what I want to talk about is that I was on 2nd-degree kidnapping, 2nd-degree rape, domestic abuse, battery, involving strangulation, domestic abuse, battery, violation of protective order, right? On this woman right here, her name is Diamond White. That's her name. This is a district attorney drop form right here. And she's not a child. She's
adult, a full adult. I was dating this woman. This is a legalized affidavit saying all allegations against me is false. Everybody, all allegations against me is false. I was nowhere around her, none of that.
Now he's saying that they got him wrongfully and just.
During the timing of the deed, which was November
I ain't saying he's lying.
of 2020.
Louisiana is racist as shit.
I was in Santana, right? And I was on a regular domestic charge, right? So they put a parole hold on me because I was on a domestic charge. So that being said is that once that occurred, and the charges was refused or whatever, they shipped me to Orleans Parish where I had no charges, was indefinite motor vehicle in the domestic abuse battery from strangulation. So once
Like, subscribe to the channel.
jail, all right, I have from the district attorney's office this woman who he seen that I initially raped in another parish, and in Orleans Parish, the same woman here. It's not different females, it's the same grown woman, not a child, a grown woman. Okay, she did the same thing in Orleans Parish, right? Correct. I'm about to show you how the system is corrupted. Okay, she did this, right? Said all allegations against me is false, and she was saying, she let them know the truth that I never did this, so I never hit her. I was nowhere around her. Nothing. She got mad and thought that I was dealing with another woman. That's why she did what she did to me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, once I got into Orleans Parish, I was there for like a month or something like that. Okay, a lot went on as that time progressed. Okay, if you was an innocent person, and you know the judges and DA know that this person is saying that all the charges that you're on, that you did not do, why would you sit in jail? Louisiana have the highest incarceration rate in the world.
Damn.
Putting black people away. Yes.
And I believe it. But they still got C Murder locked up. Free C Murder.
I'm not gonna lie, I was causing problems. I was young. My daddy got killed when I was 7 years old. My mom had to raise 4 children by herself, so I had to find a way to try to help my mother. You feel what I'm saying? But as time went on, the person that I once was, I'm not that person today. That is not who I am. I have a 3-year-old son. I have an 18-year-old daughter that graduated yesterday, supposed to be.
Damn.
At the end of the day, that people don't understand that they see.
Hold on. Said he got an 18-year-old daughter. Let me stop you right there in your tracks, brother. I mean, it's like he was making a good point for himself. I can't lie, but hold on. If he got an 18-year-old daughter, that means he gotta be every bit. Let's say he had a young 15. 18 plus 18 is 36. So we're gonna do 18 plus 15 minus 3. So that's, we're gonna say let's say he's 33. Say about 33, 30. I even give him. No, you can't be 30 having no 18-year-old. I ain't gonna lie, even if you jumped at the port super early. Yeah, let's say 33, 34. He every bit about 35 though, every bit. But let's say 33. You know what I mean? You still young, but you know what I mean, you creeping up on middle age, my guy. You know what I mean? You creeping to 35, you about ain't no more fucking around 35. You got to, you know what I mean? You closer to yeah, man, you about to be middle age, my nigga. You fuck around, start having some grandkids. But yeah, so he said he got 18, yo, so he every bit about 34, 35. So what the fuck is he doing? Like, yo, come on, bro. Like I understand that, yeah, you know you saying you innocent and all that, which I doubt he innocent. But you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I doubt he innocent. He might be innocent. I ain't saying he completely innocent, but you know what I mean? Like, cause you still was in jail in the first place, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, we all make mistakes and shit like that. But yo, it gotta come a point of time. You gotta tattoo the shit. I know we all make mistakes, but yo, it gotta come a point of time where yo, you gotta let that shit go, my nigga. You gotta let that street shit go, bro. Like it ain't no way you out here, this bitch over 30, over really 25 for real, over 30 still kidnapping and whatever the fuck they say he you know what I mean, charges he got. He supposed to been past all that. And don't get me wrong, we all, you know, some learn quicker than others, and you know what I mean, some gotta go through the shit to actually learn it. But man, he seemed like he a little too old to be going through what he going through. You feel what I'm saying? And from what I see, said they was trying to give him life. Damn. If they was trying to, like, if they was trying to give him life, I can see why he ran. I ain't gonna lie. But if they wasn't trying to give him life, I think, I ain't no jail guy. So, you know what I mean? I know about stories and shit like that. I ain't never did no bit, not like that. So, you know what I mean? I stay in my lane of what I do. But from what my knowledge is, yo, he was like a repeated fuck up. You know what I mean? Like he one of them type niggas that can't stay out of jail. You feel what I'm saying? And yo, for that, yo, you got to let that shit go, bruh. You got to let that shit go, my nigga. We been on 36 minutes. We gonna tap out. You got to let that shit go, yo. And I mean, you know, I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't saying he did it. I ain't saying he guilty. I don't know if he is or he ain't. You feel me? And all that. You feel me? So, but what I will say is, man, his ass, if he talking about he got 18-year-old daughter, like, bro, you gotta let that shit go, my nigga. You gotta let that shit go. Let that street shit go, bro. And there's one, I think they caught everybody else. There's one guy, I think they said still, I think them two still on the run. Him and the other guy, they said that did catch murder. They said he caught murder. So, for a body or something, I'm not sure we're gonna look him up. His name Groves. I was watching the other nigga YouTube. He was breaking that shit down. But yeah, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit funny. And I will say down in Louisiana, they will book your ass unjustly. They don't play that shit there with Louisiana. All that shit down there. South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. That shit down there, boy. I ain't gonna lie, them pigs down there. Pig, yeah, all everywhere. But them motherfuckers down there, boy, is yeah, shit. Cause you see they still got C murder. Yo, what the fuck? What's up with Trump? Yo, Trump can't pardon C murder? Like, Trump need to pardon C murder, man. Somebody tell Trump, man, make this bitch go viral, man. Trump pardon, he's probably shout out to like he definitely supposed to pardon like Hoover. What's up with C murder, man? They need to get back in that with C murder trial, y'all. I mean, look back into his case and pardon that man. Even though C murder with the state too, so Trump can only pardon federally. You know what I mean? He can't pardon state. The governor gotta do that. And you know them governors, boy, they gonna like they want your ass sit. Especially for anything drug related or murder related. But we definitely gonna tap out. We're gonna start getting more with the live. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Robbie TV, Shake Back Kid. We definitely coming back with some more lives. I'm going home today. I've been going to the gym, so I'm gonna make me a gym channel to show y'all how to get from, you know what I mean, skinny to a, you know what I mean? Even though I'm still working, I'm still trying to get my gains now. Eat real quick. But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos. I'm editing today. I'm chilling, I'm going to the house today and I'm editing all day. I got so much content, yo, sitting around. I got videos. I just did another video last week. Like, I got so much video that I just got to sit down and just edit. I still got my vlog from Cabo last month. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of editing I need to do. So make sure y'all definitely tap in. Yo, we going to have some more videos, some more content coming soon. Like, subscribe to the channel, Robbie TV, Shake Back Kid, Shake Back Gang. We out.